All right, let's dive right in. Welcome back to another explainer, where we take fascinating source texts and break them down so you can easily grasp the core concepts. Today, we're looking at an excerpt from the ancient Mahabharata, specifically section 33 of the Astika Parva. But we aren't just looking at this as ancient history or standard mythology. Actually, this text maps out the ultimate, high-stakes heist story. Seriously, it has everything. Impenetrable vaults, lethal security systems, a brilliant master thief, and a getaway chase that literally shakes the heavens. Think about it for a second. How do you pull off a heist when the guards are fire-breathing snakes and the prize is immortality itself? It's the perfect hook, right? The prize at the center of this vault is the Soma, or the Amrita, the nectar of immortality. And the entity trying to steal it isn't just some regular thief, it's Garuda, a legendary, immensely powerful bird. The odds seem completely impossible, and the stakes, well, they could not possibly be any higher. Let's see how he pulls it off. Section 1. The ultimate mythic heist, infiltration phase. You know how most heist stories begin with a super stealthy, quiet approach? Yeah, not Garuda. He enters the region where the Soma is kept with incredible force, like a torrent crashing into the ocean. He assumes this golden body that shines as bright as the rays of the sun. So he isn't sneaking around in the shadows. He's overwhelming the space with pure, radiant energy. It is a massive shock and awe entry right into the target zone. Section 2. Bypassing the deadly vault, security countermeasures.
Okay, the gods absolutely did not mess around when they designed this security system. They built it specifically to slice any robbers into pieces. First up, you have a keen-edged steel wheel, sharp as a razor, revolving incessantly. It's basically a giant divine meat grinder. Behind that, you've got the biological security, two massive, angry snakes. And their stats are horrifying. We're talking blazing fire, lightning flash tongues, fire-emitting mouths. But honestly, the most terrifying detail is that their eyes are ceaselessly inflamed with rage, and they are winkless. No blinking. If even one of those winkless eyes spots you, you are instantly reduced to ashes. It's an absolutely absurd and terrifying defensive line.
So Garuda requires some incredible tactical adaptability to survive this. Step 1. He pauses for just a split second, sees an opening in that incessantly spinning wheel, and instantly shrinks his giant, sun-bright body to slip right through the spokes. Step 2. He's past the wheel, but now he has those winkless, ash-inducing snake eyes to deal with. He doesn't fight them head-on right away. Instead, he kicks up a massive cloud of dust to suddenly cover their eyes, blinding them. Step 3. Now unseen, he attacks from all sides and mangles the guards to pieces. It's a brilliant, lightning-fast execution of a seemingly impossible problem.
Section 3. The ultimate test of willpower, ultimate restraint.
This right here is the pivotal moment of the whole story. The vault is breached, the guards are down, Garuda breaks the machine surrounding the prize, takes the Amrita, and takes off with immense speed, darkening the splendor of the sun. But pay really close attention to this detail. He takes the Amrita without drinking it himself. He wends his way without the least fatigue. This is the ultimate flex. I mean, he just pulled off the most difficult heist in the universe to steal the most coveted prize in existence, immortality. And he has the sheer willpower and self-denial to just hold it. He doesn't consume it.
Section 4. A bargain with Vishnu, high-level diplomacy.
Now this brilliantly illustrates how raw power transitions into high-level diplomacy. Vishnu has seen Garuda's act of self-denial, holding the Amrita without drinking it, and he's deeply gratified. So Vishnu offers him a divine wish. Garuda asks for two things: to be immortal without ever having to drink the Amrita, and, this is the real power move, the ultimate sign of respect, to stay physically above Vishnu. Vishnu agrees. Then Garuda, returning the favor, offers Vishnu a boon in return. Vishnu asks Garuda to become his carrier. By placing Garuda on the flagstaff of his chariot, Vishnu ensures Garuda is physically positioned above him, honoring that first promise, while gaining the most powerful creature in the skies as his carrier. It is an absolute masterclass in diplomacy, where both of these immensely powerful beings walk away with exactly what they want. Section 5. Deflecting Indra's thunderbolt, the getaway chase. So as Garuda is coursing through the air, literally mocking the wind with his speed, Indra, the king of the gods, attacks. He hurls the Vajra. And this is no ordinary weapon. It is Indra's devastating thunderbolt, famously and powerfully forged from the bone of the Rishi Dadichi.
It's supposed to be the ultimate unstoppable force.
The Vajra makes a direct hit. And what happens? You are not going to believe this. Garuda actually speaks to Indra laughingly in sweet words, saying, "Struck with thy thunder, I have not felt the slightest pain." Imagine the sheer audacity of that. Indra hurls the universe's most destructive weapon, and Garuda practically brushes it off his shoulder, smiling.
But Garuda doesn't want to humiliate Indra or the weapon's creator, so he chooses to drop exactly one single feather. Just one. He tells Indra that out of respect for the rishi Didichi, whose bone made the weapon, and out of respect for Indra himself, he will cast off a feather so magnificent that Indra won't even be able to see the end of it. He drops one feather purely out of politeness, essentially giving the mighty thunderbolt a tiny symbolic victory.
And that single dropped feather was so beautiful that all the creatures watching this spectacular aerial showdown became exceedingly glad just looking at it. They were so moved by its beauty that they gave Garuda a new name right then and there, Suparna, meaning having fair feathers. Even in the middle of a violent clash, Garuda creates a moment of absolute awe and beauty.
Section 6. The Power of Restraint, From War to Alliance.
Indra, witnessing this impossible strength, seeing Garuda just laugh off the Vajra and drop a feather out of pure courtesy, immediately realizes he is completely outmatched. But more importantly, he realizes Garuda is not an enemy to be destroyed. He's a being of immense virtue. So Indra ceases the attack, asks to know the limit of Garuda's strength, and then immediately asks for eternal friendship. By showing restraint, Garuda de-escalated a war with the gods into a powerful, eternal alliance.
Which leaves us with this final thought. Is true power the ability to just take whatever you want, or is it the strength to restrain yourself once you have it all? Garuda had the physical power to smash the vault, steal the immortality, and completely ignore the gods' weapons. But it was his self-denial with the nectar, his diplomatic respect with Vishnu, and his polite restraint with Indra's weapon that actually secured his legendary status and his alliances. It's a fascinating look at how ancient texts explored the psychology of power. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I hope you walk away with a totally new perspective on this classic epic. See you next time.